नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री गदाधर शिवासादि भक्तवृंद
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada.
Jai Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada.
Gosvaminande Hari Hari. Prabhupada की जय।
हरे कृष्णा। अब तो विजय माता जी भी एक्सपर्ट हो गए कीर्तन में माता जी। तो पहली बार सुना मैंने आपको, इतना अच्छा कीर्तन किया आपने माता जी।
Thank you प्रभु।
वेरी नाइस।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्णा।
प्रभु जी ये बहुत अच्छा लगा आज ओशन ऑफ मर्सी। दिल करता है उसको सुनी जाओ।
यस माता जी, मुझे भी बुरा लग रहा था कि मैं रोक रहा हूँ, मुझे बार बार टाइम देखना पड़ रहा था वहाँ। तो अगर वो टाइम ना देख पाता तो हमें भी लगता था कि इसी को पढ़ते चले जाइए।
इसको डेली आधा घंटा कर लो प्रभु जी, 7 से 8:30 क्लास कर लो। बीच में ही ऐड कर लो आधे घंटे का, वो ठीक रहेगा।
ठीक है माता जी, अभी बात करके करते हैं माता जी, इसका रोज का ही करेंगे, विल ट्राई माता जी।
बहुत अच्छा लगा।
ठीक है माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण। Okay, so we do screen sharing. रानी प्रभु, इसका कैसे करते हैं?
Yes, Prabhuji, screen share. You have to.
ये I can't do screen share on it. It says disabled.
Oh, I'm sorry, Prabhuji. आपको host नहीं बनाया. You can do now.
We have to start with the chapter 1 today, no? So, Hare Krishna and pranams, dear devotees. So, thank you for joining us for our evening Prabhupada Lilamrit Katha. Sometimes I wonder why our numbers decrease on Friday. But again and again, I will tell all of you that the way forward to go in Krishna consciousness is to take shelter of a pure devotee. Then we cannot understand anything out of Bhagavad Gita. आप लोगों को मालूम है कि जैसे जब प्रभुपाद ने भी भगवद गीता का ये एडिशन लिखा उस वक्त से पहले आई थिंक 100 या 200 से ज्यादा भगवद गीता की कमेंट्रीज थी, बट दे कुड नॉट मेक ए सिंगल डिवोटी. एंड दिस वन भगवद गीता एज इट इज, और भगवद गीता यथारूप जिसको हम बोलते हैं, it made millions of devotees all across the world. So the magic is in the purpose, in the तात्पर्य जो हम इसको हम बोलते हैं. The magic lies there, and the magician is Srila Prabhupada, because magic is just you can say a potency of a magician. So the magician is lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. और अगर हम प्रभुपाद के बारे में जानते हैं, उनसे पढ़ते हैं, उनके बारे में पढ़ते हैं, तो then our attachment to his lotus feet increases, and when that happens, then one can aspire to become what we call Prabhupada-nugas. एक हमारे में आते हैं Rupa-nuga, because all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they are accepted as Rupa-nugas, because they are, the leader is 6 Goswamis, and among there also the leader is Rupa Goswami. So everybody in Gaudiya Vaishnavism is known by Rupa-nuga. The term which was first spoken by Raghunath Das Goswami, I think in Manasiksha, Rupa-nuga. So, and then after Rupa-nuga came another term after Prabhupada called Prabhupada-nuga. The those whose hearts are sold out to the lotus feet, the mood and mission of Prabhupada. So they are called Prabhupada-nugas. So we want to have at least the aspiration to become Prabhupada-nuga. So for that, one must know about him as a person. Like we say, to know Krishna as a person, not because he's God, but there's a personality, which is beyond and all reverence of a person, Krishna. So similarly, Founder Acharya Prabhupada, but beyond that Founder Acharya title is a person, Prabhupada, who has likes and dislikes. So those we can understand by reading about him. So I see new devotees also come. So thank you so much for coming, the new devotees. And the older ones, please don't miss Prabhupada Lilamrit classes. That would be my sincere, humble request. So we'll begin our class now. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deva Gauravani Pracharni Vishesha Shunyavadi Pashati Deshadani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki. Okay, so we'll begin reading Lilamrit. You can see, Rani Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So we'll make a little change today, just to get everybody more participative. I want to ask devotees to raise their hands, and those who would like to read it, and we will read Leelamrit now turn by turn. Each one of us can read for 5-6 minutes, and so please raise your hands, and then we can manage how to allot. Okay, Ronnie Prabhu, how do I see the participants? Okay, the first one to raise the hand is Shaurya Jindal. I think this is Neha Mataji. So Neha Mataji, then Rachna Mataji, then Ankita Mataji. So these first three I'm announcing. Many you have raised, many hands have been raised. So first three, Neha Mataji, then Rachna Mataji, and then Ankita Mataji. और ये प्रभु जी लोगों का तो कोई नंबर ही नहीं है. एक मिनट, ये रानी प्रभु ने हाथ खड़ा किया है, पता नहीं हाथ मुझे दिखा रहे हैं कि खड़ा किया है. अनीता माता जी, मेघा माता जी, कीर्ति माता जी, शिवानी माता जी, शशि माता जी, मीनाक्षी माता जी, रुक्मा माता जी. कोई नंबर ही नहीं है. देखिए कोई प्रभु जी को कोई ट्रस्ट नहीं है. रानी प्रभु है, बाकी सब माता जी लोग हैं, कोई बात नहीं. So first Neha Mata ji, then Rachna Mata ji, then Ankita Mata ji, and then we'll announce the more names because otherwise we'll forget. So I'm doing the screen sharing, is already done. So Neha Mata ji, go ahead please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Chapter 1, Childhood. We would be sleeping and father would be doing aarti. Ding, ding, ding. We would hear the bell and wake up and see him bowing down before Krishna. It was Janmashtami, the annual celebration of the advent of Lord Krishna, some 5,000 years before. Residents of Calcutta, mostly Bengalis and other Indians, but also many Muslims and even some British, were observing the festive day, moving here and there through the city street to visit the temples of Lord Krishna. Devout Vaishnavas fasting until midnight chanted Hare Krishna and heard about the birth and activities of Lord Krishna from Srimad Bhagavatam. They continued fasting, chanting and worshipping throughout the night. The next day, September 1st, 1896, in a little house in the Toli Kunj suburb of Calcutta, a male child was born. Since he was born on Nandotsav, the day Krishna's father, Nand Maharaj, had observed a festival in honor of Krishna's birth, the boy's uncle called him Nandulal. But his father, Gaur Mohan De, and his mother, Rajni, named him Abhay Charan, one who is fearless, having taken shelter at Lord Krishna's lotus feet. In accordance with Bengali tradition, the mother had gone to the home of her parents for the delivery, and so it was on the bank of the Adi Ganga, a few miles from his father's home, in a small two-room mud-walled house with a tiled roof underneath a jackfruit tree. Abhay Charan was born. A few days later, Abhay returned with his parents to their home at 151 Harrison Road. An astrologer did a horoscope for the child, and the family was made jubilant by the auspicious reading. The astrologer made a specific prediction. When this child reached the age of 70, he would cross the ocean, become a great exponent of religion, and open 108 temples.
Sameer, अब क्या करते हैं? Okay, so we'll have a little. Now tell me, who will tell? Just raise your hands. What was the birth date of Srila Prabhupada? What is his birth date? Okay, now I don't know who has raised the hand from the previous ones and who for the quiz. Okay, Rachna Mataji.
We can ask them to comment.
और आप chat में लिख दीजिए. You can write on the chat those because I won't know who has raised hands for what. So raise on the thing, or you can speak also. Anybody can speak also. You can unmute and speak. What is the birth date of Srila Prabhupada? 1st September, Shivani Mataji, Ankita Mataji also 1st September. Shivani Mataji is saying next day of Janmashtami. Okay. And what was the year?
1896, Prabhuji.
1896। ये तो आवाज आपकी तो बहुत अच्छी हो गई अशोक प्रभु। क्या हुआ, ये फोन चेंज हो गया?
नया वाईफाई कनेक्शन लगाया प्रभु जी आप।
अच्छा, वेरी गुड। ओके, थैंक यू सो मच। ये तो आकाशवाणी की तरह आवाज आई है जोर से। ओके, नाउ हु विल टेल मी व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ अभय चरण?
One who is fearless, Prabhuji, as it is.
So don't speak like this, Prabhuji. Either write on the chat or raise your hand. आप अपने hands नीचे कर लीजिए जिन्होंने रीडिंग के लिए किए हैं, because we remember the first 3 hands. So Shivani Madhu is saying one who's fearless. It's very important to remember. और बताइए, और because he was born on the day, which day he was born? What was the special occasion for his birth? Yes, Anita Mataji.
Nandotsav.
Yes, Nandotsav. And so because he was born on Nandotsav, then what was the special name the boy's uncle, Prabhupada's uncle, gave him? The name connected with Nandotsav. What was the name given? Yes, Shashi Mataji.
Nandulal. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, it is Nandulal.
Nandulal, yes.
Yeah.
Nandulal. Here, Prabhupada, you will find he had so many names. And last, we read how the astrologer who came, what did he said about Prabhupada? What did the astrologer said about Srila Prabhupada? When they made his horoscope? Okay, they're in the chats, they're coming. Shivani Mata is saying at 70 will cross the ocean. Ronnie Prabhu, 108 temples. Shivani Mataji, open 108 temples. Neha Mataji, you would open 108 temples worldwide. Yes, Meenakshi Mataji also. Yes. So that was the benediction given. And, when Prabhupada left, they were exactly 108 temples that he made. So in ISKCON, when Prabhupada left, there were 108 temples. And by his mercy and continuous potency, now we have more than 650 temples all across the world. So thank you so much. So after Neha Mataji, who was the next one? Please start reading. I will do the screen share.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
From which paragraph, Prabhuji?
From here, Mataji, where I've read. Abhay Charan Day was born.
Abhay Charan D was born into an Indian dominated by Victorian imperialism. Calcutta was the capital of India and the seat of the Viceroy of the Earl of Elgin and Kincardine and the second city of the British Empire. Europeans and Indians lived separately. Although in business and education, they intermingled, and the British lived mostly in the central Calcutta. Amidst their own theaters, racetracks, cricket fields, and fine European buildings. The Indians lived more in North Calcutta. There the men dressed in dhotis and the women in saris, and while remaining loyal to the British crown, followed their traditional religion and culture. Abhay's home at 151 Harrison Road was the Indian section of North Calcutta. Abhay's father was a cloth merchant of a moderate income and belonged to the aristocratic Suvarna Vanik. Prabhuji, here the word is under that so related, however, to a wealthy Mulik family, which was hundreds of years had traded in gold and with the British. Originally, the Muliks and had been members of the D family, a Gotra that traces back to the ancient sage Gautama, but during the Mughal period of pre-British India, a Muslim ruler had conferred the wealthy, influential branch of the Dees. Then several generations later, a daughter of the Dee had married into the Mulik family, and the two families had remained closed ever since. An entire block of properties on either side of Harrison Road belonged to the Loknath Mullik, and Gaur Mohan and his family lived in a few rooms of the 3-story building within the Mullik properties. Across the street from these residents was a Radha Govinda temple where for the past 150 years the Mullik had maintained worship of the deity of the Radha and Krishna. Various shops of the Mullik properties provided income for the deity and for the priests conducting the worship. Every morning before breakfast, the Mullik family members would visit the temple to see the deity of the Radha Govinda. They would offer cooked rice, kachoris, and vegetables on a larger platter and would then distribute the prasadam to the deities, morning visitors from the neighborhood.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
so much. Yes, thank you, Mataji. Who's the next one?
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, Mataji. Please go ahead.
Among the daily visitors was Abhay Charan, accompanying his mother, father, or servant. Srila Prabhupada. I used to ride on the same perambulator with Siddheshwar Malik. He used to call me Moti or Pearl, and his nickname was Subidhi, and the servant pushed us together. If one day his friend did not see me, he would become mad. He would not go in the perambulator without me. We would not separate even for a moment. As the servant pushed the baby carriage into the wide expanse of Harrison Road, timing his crossing between the bicycles and horse-drawn hackneys, the two children in the pram gazed up at the fair sky and tall trees across the road. Sounds and sights of the hackneys with their large wheels spinning over the road caught the fascinated attention of the two children. The servant steered the carriage towards the arched gateway within the red sandstone wall bordering the Radha Govind Mandir. And as Abhay and his friend rode underneath the ornate metal arch and into the courtyard, they saw high above them two stone lions, the heralds and the protectors of the temple compound, their right paws extended. In the courtyard was a circular drive, and on the oval lawn were lampposts with gas lights and a statue of a young woman in robes. Sharply chirping sparrows flitted in the shrubs and trees or hopped across the grass, pausing to peck the ground, while choruses of pigeons cooed, sometimes abruptly flapping their wings overhead, sailing off to another perch, or descending to the courtyard. Voices chattered as Bengalis moved to and fro, dressed in simple cotton saris and white dhotis. Someone paused by the carriage to amuse the golden skinned boys with their shining dark eyes, but mostly people were passing by, quickly going to the temple. The heavy double doors leading into the inner courtyard were open, and the servant eased the carriage wheels down a foot deep step and proceeded through the foyer, then down another step and into the bright sunlight of the main courtyard. There, there they faced a stone statue of Garur perched on a 4-foot column. This carrier of Vishnu, Garur, half man and half bird, kneeled on one knee, his hands folded prayerfully, his eagle's beak strong, and his wings poised behind him. The carriage moved ahead, past two servants sweeping and washing the stone courtyard. It was just a few paces across the courtyard to the temple. The temple area itself, open like a pavilion, was a raised platform with a stone roof supported by stout pillars 15 feet tall. At the left end of the temple pavilion stood a crowd of worshippers, viewing the deities on the altar. The servant pushed the carriage closer, lifted the two boys out, and then, holding their hands, escorted them reverentially before the deities.
I'm sorry, I was muted. So we see, thank you, Mataji. So we see how Prabhupada is born and brought up in a cultured family of Vaishnavas, an aristocratic family, and also, you know, having a 150-year-old Radha Govind temple. So we saw the ornate description of the temple, and we'll hear more how they go around the temple, how they enter the temple. So we'll read more. Yes. Who's the next one? Please. Come, Aditi.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can I share something?
Yes, sure, Mataji. Please share.
So, Prabhuji, I'm from Calcutta actually, and
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so I just got married and shifted to Gurgaon, but I've lived my entire life there. So my grandparents and my parents, they used to stay in Harrison Road. So 151 Harrison Road was Prabhupada's address,
Oh,
and ours was 211. So the entire, so we are a Marwadi community. So the entire Marwadi community has their roots near and around that Harrison Road, and it's like quite famous. The mandir also, which has been spoken about, and so yeah, that's just I just wanted to share this with you.
oh, so nice, Mataji. So next time when we go to Mayapur Yatra, we were thinking to go and stop by in Kolkata also and take
Oh,
darshan
great!
of, this temple and Prabhupada's birthplace also. So please don't forget to join us in the Yatra, Mataji.
Definitely, definitely, pleasure.
So wonderful and so fortunate, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, thank you.
So, yes. Who's the next one? Please read from Srila Prabhupada.
We did not give the next one.
Okay, you read, Ronnie Prabhu. Then you read.
Okay. Srila Prabhupada. I can remember standing at the doorway of Radha Govind temple saying prayers to Radha Govind Murti. I would watch for hours together. The deity was so beautiful and with his slanted eyes. Radha, just a minute. Radha and Govind, freshly bathed and dressed, now stood on their silver throne amidst vases of fragrant flowers. Govind was about 8 inches high, and Radharani, standing to his left, was slightly smaller. Both were golden. Radha and Govind both stood in the same gracefully curved dancing pose, right leg bent at the knee and right foot placed in front of the left. Radharani, dressed in a lustrous silk sari, held up her reddish right palm in benediction, and Krishna, in his silk jacket and dhoti, played on a golden flute. At Govinda's lotus feet were green tulsi leaves with pulp of sandalwood. Hanging around their lordships' necks and reaching down almost to their lotus feet were several garlands of fragrant night blooming jasmine, delicate trumpet like blossoms resting light on Radha and Govinda's divine forms. Their necklaces of gold, pearls, and diamonds shimmered. Radharani's bracelet were of gold, and both she and Krishna wore gold embroidered silk chadars about their shoulders. The flowers in their hand and hair were small and delicate, and the silver crowns on their heads were bedecked with jewels. Radha and Krishna were slightly smiling, beautifully dressed, dancing on their silver throne beneath a silver canopy and surrounded by flowers. To Abhay, they appeared most attractive. Life outside, on Harrison Road and beyond, was forgotten. In the courtyard, the birds went on chirping and visitors came and went, but Abhay stood silently, absorbed in seeing the beautiful forms of Krishna and Radharani, the Supreme Lord and his eternal consort. Then the kirtan began, devotees chanting and playing on drums and kartals. Abhay and his friend kept watching as the pujaris offered incense, its curling smoke hanging in the air, then a flaming lamp, a conch shell, a handkerchief, flower, a whisk, and a peacock fan. Finally, The pujari blew the gong shell loudly and the aarti ceremony was over. When
Thank you,
Abhay,
Yes. Who's the next one, Prabhuji? Who's raised the hand? I can't see.
Neha Mataji, Neha Kumra Mataji.
Yes, Neha Kumra Mataji. Please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. When Abhay was 1.5 years old, he fell ill with typhoid. The family physician, Dr. Bose, prescribed chicken broth. No, Gaur Mohan protested. I can't allow it. Yes, otherwise he will die. But we are not meat eaters, Gaur Mohan pleaded. We can't prepare chicken in our kitchen. Don't mind, Dr. Bose said. I shall prepare it at my house and bring it in a jar. And you simply, Gaur Mohan assented, if it is necessary for my son to live. So the doctor came with his chicken broth and offered it to Abhay, who immediately began to vomit. All right, the doctor admitted. Never mind, this is no good. Gaur Mohan then threw the chicken broth away and Abhay gradually recovered from the typhoid without having to eat meat. On the roof of Abhay's maternal grandmother's house was a little garden with flowers, greenery and trees. Along with the other grandchildren, 2-year-old Abhay took pleasure in watering the plants with a sprinkling can. But his particular tendency was to sit alone amongst the plants. He would find a nice bush and make a sitting place. One day when Abhay was 3, he narrowly escaped a fatal burning. He was playing with matches in front of his house when he caught his cloth on fire. Suddenly a man appeared and put the fire out. Abhay was saved, although he retained a small scar on his leg. In 1900, when Abhay was 4, a vehement plague hit Calcutta. Dozens of people died every day, and thousands evacuated the city. When there seemed no way to check the plague, an old Babaji organized Hare Krishna Sankirtan all over Calcutta. Regardless of religion, Hindu, Muslim, Christian and Parsi all joined, and a large party of chanters traveled from street to street, door to door, chanting the names Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The group arrived at Gaur Mohan's house at 151 Harrison Road, and Gaur Mohan eagerly received them. Although Abhay was a little child, his head reaching only up to the knees of the chanters, he also joined in the dancing. Shortly after this, the plague subsided. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Who's the next one? Megha Mataji? Call.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Gaur Mohan was a pure Vaishnava and he raised his son to be Krishna conscious. Since his own parents had also been Vaishnavas, Gaur Mohan had never touched meat, fish, egg, tea or coffee. His complexion was fair and his disposition deserved. At night he would lock up his clothes shop, set a bowl of rice in the middle of the floor to satisfy the rats so that they would not chew the cloth in their hunger, and return home. There he would return from Chaitanya Charitamrita and Srimad Bhagavatam, the main scriptures of Bengali Vaishnavas, chant on his japa beads and worship the deity of Lord Krishna. He would gentle and affectionate and would never punish Abhay. Even when obliged to correct him, Gaur Mohan would first apologize. You are my son, so now I must correct you. It is my duty. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's father would chastise him, so don't mind. Srila Prabhupada, my father's income was no more than 250 rupees, but there was no question of need. In the mango season, when we were children, we would run through the house playing and we would grab mangoes as we were running through. And all through the day, we would eat mangoes. We wouldn't have to think, can I have a mango? My father always provided food. Mangoes are 1 rupee a dozen.
Okay, I will ask a question. आप सीक्वेंस देख लीजिए जिन्होंने आगे पढ़ना है. Okay, शिवानी माता जी, अनीता माता जी, नुब्बा माता जी. So, Ronnie Prabhu, ये याद कर लीजिए. So now you lower your hands And so I'll ask the question that what happened in the 1900 when there was a plague which hit Kolkata? Then who organized what? Who remembers? Yes. Okay. 2 hands. But I want to ask somebody who has not answered till now. Megha Mataji to padhe rahe the. So Megha Mataji's constellation, right? Okay. Yeah. Yes, Anupa Mataji, आप बताइए. You have not answered.
It was the movement.
We couldn't hear Mataji. There was a secret answer. The voice breaking.
Hare Krishna. It's
Hare Krishna,
the
Mataji.
movement.
We can't hear Mataji because your voice is breaking.
It's Sankirtan movement, Prabhuji.
Yes. So, yes. So, when the plague hit in 1900, then he organized a Sankirtan all over Kolkata, and we hear how the plague got subsided. Okay, now this is a little more closer to difficult. What would Prabhupada's father keep in the shop before he would close, and why? वो अपनी शॉप बंद करने से पहले शॉप के अंदर क्या रखे जाते थे और क्यों रखे जाते थे? ओके, यस ममता माता जी.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी.
प्रभु जी बोल ऑफ राइस ताकि है ना चूहे उनके कपड़े ना कुतर जाए.
Yes, so that was the culture. Yes, Shivani माता जी also in chant कि they were not. आजकल क्या है, तो चूहे मारने की दवाई रखे जाते हैं कि सारे के सारे मर जाएं. हाँ, this is the culture. देखिए हमारे country की. जिस दिन is Sarita माता जी here? Is Sarita माता जी there today? No, because she was asking that day how to know culture. So that was my reply that day, that to read culture is to read Bhagavatam, and closer home we can read Lilamrit also, and we will know what does culture means. Also read Chaitanya Charitamrita also, but we will feel much closer reading Lilamrit. What is the meaning of culture? So not to put a rat poison and advertise rat poison all over in the ads and everywhere, but rather to put a bowl of rice, so they will not, because the land belongs to everybody. Many times I saw now, because the lockdown is there, in our complex in the morning you hear peacock sounds. I feel like Vrindavan, cuckoo is blowing, and so many times because the parrot has come so near. And that day somebody sent me a video of the whole Govardhan Parikrama marg filled with almost maybe 50 peacocks. Somebody's driving and they're catching the video that during lockdown. The whole road was full of peacocks. Few dancing, few small peahens of peacocks, little babies, and few with their feathers open dancing. It felt like a different country. So the land belongs to everybody. It's not that the humans have the right and to rest we kill. We can understand the Kripan mentality that we have to kill everybody else who dare to invade in our house, in our colony, in our like this, and just kill them. So that was not the culture practice that time. Okay, so. And we also read how, okay, who remembers what Prabhupada's father used to do before scolding him? This I never heard or in anywhere. This is only Lilamrit. Huh? Yeah. Yes. Hare Krishna. Mataji, you're on mute. Can't hear. Okay, on the chat, somebody. Yes, Shivani Mata is saying, please share the video. Video is gone, Mataji. The video, unsurprisingly, is gone. You're saying he used to tell him that even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's father scolded him. Yes, but something more. Neha Mata is saying he expressed his duty to correct him. Yes, but something more. Something more. All answers are correct. Yes, Ankita Mata is saying he used to apologize. Yes, and Shashi Mata is also saying apologize. So this is the culture. And once, I think it was Shrutakirti Prabhu, I don't remember who, and they've written in the diaries that once Prabhupada said, he was speaking about his father, and then he said, maybe he knew. They never asked, what is the meaning? You know, they never asked Prabhupada, what is the meaning? They didn't have the courage. But he said, maybe he knew. You know, knew meaning the devotees will take understanding that he knew that he's not, that he's coming from a spiritual world. He's not an ordinary boy who was born in his family. So, but Prabhupada just said, maybe he knew. That's it, remembering his father, that he would never scold him, and he will. So this is a culture, that to tell the child, and also giving him praman also to the child. Here I am not giving, but the praman or the parampara is the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's father also used to scold him. So please don't mind it. So Mamta Mata is also written apologize. Yes. So wonderful, you can see in such a culture. This culture were practiced in Kolkata or in Bengal. There's a lot of culture, and no reason that we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. He manifested his Leela in that state because there is so rich culture. And of course, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, they all came through that culture only, propagate Krishna consciousness. So thank you so much. So we'll now restart from where we left. And next member, please read.
Life was simple, but there was always plenty. We were middle class, but received 4 or 5 guests daily. My father gave 4 daughters in marriage, and there was no difficulty for him. Maybe it was not a very luxurious life, but there was no scarcity of food or shelter or clothes. Daily he purchased 2.5 kilograms of milk. He did not like to purchase retail, but would purchase a year's supply of coal by the cartload. We were happy. Not that because we did not purchase a motor car, we were unhappy. Not that we did not purchase a motor car, we were unhappy. My father used to say, God has 10 hands. If he wants to take away from you with 2 hands, how much can you protect? And when he wants to give you with 10 hands, then with your 2 hands, how much can you take? My father would rise a little late, around 7 or 8. Then after taking bath, he would go purchasing. Then from 10 o'clock to 1 in the afternoon, he was engaged in puja. Then he would take his lunch and go to business. And in the business shop, he would take a little rest for 1 hour. He would come home from business at 10 o'clock at night, and then again he would do puja. Actually, his real business was puja. For livelihood, he did some business, but puja was his main business. He would be sleeping and father would be doing aarti. Ding, ding, ding. He would hear the bell and wake up and see him bowing down before Krishna. Gaur Mohan wanted rest.
So, one second, Mataji. So just hold on. So here we read this that his father used to tell him that if God has 10 hands, so if he wants to take away from you with 2 hands, how much you can protect? And if he wants to give it to you with 10 hands, then how much 2 hands can take? Any of you can give an example of either of them. So we want to hear one example of where if you want to protect, then God has 10 hands, you cannot protect. Can anybody share some example? And also of the example that God has 10 hands. If you want to give it to you, then with 2 hands, how much you can take? Who will share some example from the Shastras? Yes, Neha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Is it only about give and take, or like
Only give and
Prahlad
take.
Maharaj?
No, if Krishna wants to give, then how much you can take? One won't be able to take that much he gives. And if Krishna wants to take it away, then you won't be able to save it.
I have only example referring to the life of the devotees. Like,
क्या कह रहे हैं माता जी?
I have example referring to the life of the devotees, as he saved the life of some of the devotees, even if they were in danger, like Mirabai, or example of Prahlad Maharaj. So
No, give Mataji, because here the reference of giving and taking is material opulence, not life.
okay, I don't know, Prabhuji.
Okay, no problem. Okay, yes, Amit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, the Sudama, when Sudama came to Krishna, and whatever Krishna gave, Sudama even could not imagine. He had come for a little small material wealth, but he had given him a lot.
Yes, thank you, Amit Prabhu. Yes, Sudama was the example. Or yes, Kirti Mataji. Who's Kirti Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, can we consider Bali Maharaj example? Vamandevan came to take him.
Yes, Bali Maharaj example also. This Shivani Mataji is also written on the chat. Example of Bali Maharaj. Because when you want to take, then he's told, oh, Brahman boy, how much you can take with 3 steps. And then he showed him how much he can take from 3 steps.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes.
Prabhuji, can we also consider that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Prakash Leela, when he does his Prakash Leela and he tells devotees to take any benediction you want, so can we connect with this question?
No, that's different. No, cannot connect. Then Shivani Mataji written Bali Maharaj, Anita Mataji written Sudama, Mega Mataji. Yes, Mega Mataji has given a very good example of the lady fruit seller. That Krishna gave her the returns, that he, the little boy, he brought some grains from inside the house, और वो भी उनकी मुट्ठी से निकलते गए, फिसलते गए, and whatever he could get, he gave it to her. And when he lifted her tokri, then she found it was very heavy, and then she found that the fruits have turned into solid gold and jewelry. So many examples. So thank you so much. So we'll read from where we left. Yes, please. Gaur Mohan wanted. Who's the next one? Please read.
Anita Mataji.
Who was the next one, Prabhu?
I think it was Anita Mataji.
Okay, Anita Mataji, can you read? She's not there.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
God Mohan wanted Vaishnav goals for his son. He wanted Abhay to become a servant of Radharani, to become a preacher of the Bhagavatam, and to learn the devotional art of playing Mridang. He regularly received sadhus in his home, and he would always ask them, please bless my son so that Srimati Radharani may be pleased with him and grant him her blessing. Enjoying each other's company, father and son used to walk as far as 10 miles. Saving the 5 paise tram fare on the beach, they used to see a yogi who for years had sat in one spot without moving. One day the yogi's son was sitting there and people had gathered around. The son was taking over his father's sitting place. Gaur Mohan gave the yogi the donation and asked their blessings for his son. When Abhay's mother said she wanted him to become a British lawyer when he grew up, which meant he would have to go to London to study. One of the Malik uncles thought it was a good idea, but Gaur Mohan would not hear of it. If Abhay went to England, he would be influenced by European dress and manners. He will learn drinking and women hunting. Gaur Mohan objected, I do not want his money. From the beginning of Abhay's life, Gaur Mohan had introduced his plan. He had hired a professional mridang player to teach Abhay the standard rhythms for accompanying kirtan. Rajni had been skeptical. What is the purpose of teaching such a young child to play the mridang? It is not important, but Gaur Mohan had his dream of a son who would grow up singing bhajans, playing mridang, and speaking on Srimad Bhagavatam. When Abhay sat to play the mridang, even with his left and right arms extended as far as he could, his small hands would barely reach the drum heads at the opposite ends of the drum. With his right wrist, he would flick his hand just as his teacher instructed, and his fingers would make a high-pitched sound, te-ne-ne, ta, and then he would strike the left drum head with his open left hand, boom, boom. With practice and age, he was gradually learning the basic rhythms, and Gaur Mohan looked on with pleasure. Abhay was an acknowledged pet child of both his parents. In addition to his childhood's name Moti, Nandulal, Nandu, and Kocha, his grandmother called him Kachori Mukhi. Because of his fondness for kachori, spicy vegetable stuffed fried pastries, popular in Bengal. Both his grandmother and mother would give him kachoris, which he kept in many pockets of his little vest. He liked to watch the vendors cooking on the busy roadside and accept kachoris from them and from the neighbors, until all the inside and outside pocket of his vest were filled. Sometimes when Abhay demanded that his mother make him kachoris, she would refuse. Once, she even sent him to bed. When Gaur Mohan came home and asked, "Where is Abhay?" Rajni explained how he had been too demanding and she had sent him to bed without kachoris. "No, we should make them for him," his father replied, and he woke Abhay and personally cooked puris and kachoris for him. Gaur Mohan was always lenient with Abhay and careful to see that his son got whatever he wanted. When Gaur Mohan returned home at night, it was his practice to take a little puffed rice, and Abhay would also sometimes sit with his father eating puffed rice. Once, at a cost of 6 rupees, Gaur
One second,
Mohan...
Mataji. Hold, Mataji. Hold. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Mera mute tha, I couldn't. So, one, we saw how, who remembers what Prabhupada's father wanted, what term that he had Vaishnav goals for his son. Is a term I never heard before, that he had Vaishnav goals. So, please raise your hand or write in the chat. What was the what Vaishnav goals he had for his son? What was the aspiration his son will become? Please raise those devotees raise hands who have not answered the question before. Please come up and so what were the Vaishnav goals? Ramesh Gaurang Prabhu. Ramesh Gaurang Prabhu is not here. Okay. Vijay Mataji.
To learn Mridang or read Bhagavatam.
Yes, to love Bhagavatam, to read Bhagavatam and learn to play Mridang. Okay. Or बताइए, some of you have written. Thank you, Mataji. This is right. Megha Mataji is written. Ronnie Prabhu is written to preach Bhagavatam. Neha Mataji is written Krishna Bhakt. That he will read Bhagavatam. Neha Mataji, Ankita Mataji is speaking on Bhagavatam. Ronnie Prabhu to learn Mridang. Shivani Mataji to read Bhagavatam. Ankita Mataji not eat meat. Ankita is not eat meat, but he didn't wanted him to go abroad, correct, and become, afflicted with their, yes, you can say that. Ronnie Prabhu, yes. So, and learn to Ekmudanga. And Shashi Mata is saying to serve Srimati Radharani. Rani Prabhu is also saying to become dear to Radharani, Srimati Radharani, to speak on Bhagavatam. Okay, yes. So main thing is that he wanted his son to become a servant of Radharani. Even how many devotees we have heard who say they want to become their son to become a servant of Radharani. No, even devotees also we don't hear. They want, if they will get Krishna Prem, he becomes a servant of the servant, or he becomes a good Vaishnava, a good devotee. Many literature I've read and never heard such aspiration. Even after reading Lilamrit, the devotees don't have such aspiration that my son becomes a servant of Radharani and to become a preacher of Bhagavatam. And second is he wrote that he becomes servant of Radharani and to become a preacher of Bhagavatam. And as आप सब लोगों ने बोला, to learn the devotional art of playing mridanga. So, and we saw how he had close relations with his father, and and when they thought of going to London, I think Ankita Mataji wrote that. So his main concern not to send his child was that he will learn drinking and woman hunting. That is the Western civilization, is intoxication and illicit sex. So, and we heard how he taught him the mridanga. And when Prabhupada went to US first time, when he brought the mridanga, there was nobody to teach. But many of his earlier disciples were musicians, and he personally taught them how to play mridanga. So you see, Krishna arranged everything in his life to become useful, because he had learned through the proper teacher, music teacher he had learned. So with the proper place, he had been able to teach his disciples how to play mridanga and teach them practice, and then they practiced more, and he made good use of that in the later part of his life. So all these things, Krishna arranged in his life, Prabhupada's early life, his upbringing in such a Vaishnava cultured, family, aristocratic family, his birth and his upbringing, and such loving, parents who were doting on him. Who has heard of a parent seeking permission from a child to scold? You can understand. It's a culture. And also we hear how much they dote upon that little son. And when you see the kachoris are not being made for him and he has slept, you woke him up and personally cooked kachoris for his son. So much love and affection he had. So much love and affection. Okay, now tell me, I am trying to practice to finish our classes in time. We have 3-4 minutes. Now tell me, who will tell all the names Prabhupada had? All the names Prabhupada had? We can say one. You can unmute yourself and say.
Nandulal.
Okay.
Murthy,
Nandu, okay.
Kocha.
Okay.
Kachori Mukhi,
yes.
Abhicharan.
Huh?
Abhicharan.
Abhicharan was his name, yes. So there was his pet names. And why was he called Kachori Mukhi?
because he really fond.
Because he loved kachori.
He loved kachori.
Very fast.
Yes, because he loved kachoris. And even later life, Prabhupada always had a weakness for kachoris. He used to like kachoris. Shivani Mata is also in the chat. Nandulal, Abhay, Nandu, Moti, Kocha, Kachori Mukhi. And he liked kachoris. So we see how he had such wonderful, a childhood as a child, and doting parents. So we'll end the class here now, because now different pastimes of Prabhupada will come. So we'll end the class now. If anybody has a question or anything to comment, then they can say. And those whose turn couldn't come for reading, I'm sorry. But next Friday, please raise your hands early and we'll begin now. So we'll end the class. Nishla Mataji, you have a question? Oh, no question. Maybe for reading, Mataji would have raised their hand. So we'll end the class now. I hope we got some nectar out of reading Srila Prabhupada Leelamrit. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Dev Gauravani Pracharine Vishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desh Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Vancha Kalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhuve Vacha Patitanam Pavane Vaishnava. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.